well, okay, this kind of ties in with what we've talked about before.
Okay.
We're two of the older people in the family. You're the second oldest, I'm the third. We remember before the family was remarkable, before we were a big family.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know when it started to feel much different. We have to keep in mind, you know, mom came from a family of 10 kids and dad from 5. And even when we grew up, I'd say bigger families were a little more common. Don't you think so? Didn't it seem like that?
It felt more common.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of her siblings also had big-ish families. So like when, you know, maybe there were 5 of us, but then this family had 4, this family had 4 or 5.
Right.
So that felt pretty normal to me.
Yeah, I don't know when I first started to feel like we were a big family.
Yeah.
Maybe around 8 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't really put an age on it. I mean, do you mean 8 kids or age 8?
8 kids.
Well, I was going to say actually around number 7 or number 8. I remember the newspapers paying attention a little more.
Yeah.
You know, the Belleville News Democrat would run something on us. And since it was all boys, that started to stand out. Like, whoa, can you believe 7 boys in one family?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's right. I think that was kind of a turning point because I remember they had a newspaper, I think it was a Sunday edition. It said 8 is not enough.
Yeah.
Right? And that's when the 9th was on the way.
Yes.
That was Jacob. Okay, yeah.
That's right.
So I remember that. I remember that very well.
I remember that too. We had that.
I remember posing for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in our living room, right?
Yeah.
Like on the south wall.
Yeah, we were kind of like, it was more of a vertical shot, like a squarish shot, so it composed us kind of in an unusual way.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of a distinct shot. It was like the cover of the Sunday magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So.
Yeah, so was that your impression? Like, did you think we were remarkable then?
I mean, I guess just in the sense that there were a lot of us and it was all boys, so that stood out a little bit.
Like when there were 5 of us, did that stand out much?
I guess so, but of course we were that much younger. Like when Jude was born, he's number 5. Of course, I was only 5 years old.
Yeah.
So
true.
You know.
Yeah, but I remember. Yeah, probably right around number 7 or number 8, and then. Especially the fact that they were all boys. Then right around then is when I'd have people I didn't even know ask me, like, your mom's having another baby? Boy or girl? Boy or girl? Remember that?
Yeah, sure.
It got to be almost like, I don't know if there were like betting markets on it or something, but people wanted insider tips.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, I remember once going to the hospital to buy, I think mom was in the hospital in labor, but it was somehow... How did this go? Okay, long story short, I was sent out to like buy the balloon, buy an It's a Girl balloon or an It's a Boy balloon.
Yeah.
And I knew that it was going to be another boy. Mom and dad had known and had told us, but the baby wasn't going to be born yet, you know. And I went to the local carnival supply store, and I was about to just buy an It's a Boy balloon and go to checkout, but I thought, wait a minute, like
they'll know.
Yeah. So I actually went and picked an It's a Girl balloon as well.
Okay.
And went up to the front.
It kept the receipt, right?
I don't think you can return helium balloons. I don't know, it seems kind of cheesy. Like,
maybe.
I want my $2.99 back. It's likely deflated, sorry.
Right.
I hope someone's having a girl tomorrow.
Yeah, right. And soon, yeah.
Right, exactly. Although those spoil balloons last forever, by the way.
Right.
Yeah. I've been telling mom, we got her one for Mother's Day that's really nice, but I'd see it around. It never dies. It's still there a month later. So I said, mom, if you want to pop it, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Your birthday will come soon enough.
Yeah, right.
But anyway. No, but actually I went and got an It's a Boy balloon and It's a Girl balloon, went up there. Still not trying to draw attention to myself. I didn't know if I'd be recognized. I just went to the checkout, and then the lady kind of said, okay, 2 balloons. Like, hey, wait, you're one of the arts. Wait, your mom, she's having a baby. Wait, you're getting the balloons. Wait, she's in the hospital now. Wait, what's she having? And went through all the steps and looked at them. And then by the time she got to it, she looked up and saw the 2 balloons. And that was kind of okay.
Clever.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
I don't know how, I might have been 10 years old or something.
Yeah, that's good thinking.
Yeah.
I remember, that it started to become a big deal around number 8 or number 9. And then I remember when it became 10, 2 digits. When Nathan was born, that was 10 boys in a row. And that's extremely rare, of course.
Oh, sure.
And do you remember the story? Okay, mom and dad, for some of the kids, knew the gender before the baby was born. Do you know who it was?
No, it's kind of muddy to me, honestly.
I don't think they knew with Paul.
Yeah.
I don't know if they knew with you or me. I don't even know if ultrasounds told them back then. I assume they did. But they did know with a few, I think. I don't think they were always in the dark, were they? Until
No, I don't remember if they went back and forth. I think that for a while they were in the dark. And then I think with Mary Elizabeth, I thought that was the first one in a while where they chose to know.
Yeah.
And it was funny that they chose that time.
And yeah, that's right. I was leading up to that. When Nathan was born, Mom and Dad did not know the gender. So that was number 10. They did not know.
That's right.
But I guess the ultrasound technician knew. And the technician told, I guess it was before HIPAA, I don't know, or maybe this wasn't a violation, but the technician told someone, hey, there's a lady that comes in here who has 9 boys, and she's about to have number 10. She didn't give names per se, but that there weren't too many people that could apply to.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Mom actually heard about that through the grapevine from someone else.
Well, what's funny is, I think it got around town. And actually, one of our relatives knew Mom was having a boy before Mom did.
Oh, yeah.
Mom and Dad went to the hospital and delivered the 10th boy. And they were surprised, another boy. And then they found out that, someone else said, I knew that. Yeah. Isn't that weird?
That is really weird.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Really weird.
I remember one time when so Mom was going to the hospital. She was in labor, or we thought she was. Then somehow the local news got wind of it. And I think they went ahead and reported that the child was born.
Yeah.
Maybe just some editor just sort of saying, we got to make the evening show.
By the time we go to press, the baby will be born. Maybe.
Yeah. So someone just announced on the news. And then I think that got back to Mom, and maybe even the news or someone called her for verification, like maybe called her for comment on what does it feel like to have another child. And then Mom said, like he hasn't been born yet. And then they said, like, are you sure? And it kind of like pressed her a little bit.
Right.
Like, well, I was told he was.
Right, yeah. Gotta believe the media.
So fake news there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's funny with Mary Elizabeth, after 10 boys, finally a girl. And maybe God wanted it this way because of what had happened with Nathan when he was born. They thought, okay, this time we're going to ask the technician not to tell anyone. And of course the technician was happy to do it. It's just she didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But anyway, I think Mom and Dad weren't sure if they wanted to know the gender of the number 11. So they asked the technician to write down the boy or girl in an envelope and then hand it to them. And then they went and they drove around, and they actually went and parked at the place where they first met, this retreat house. And I remember Dad was just kind of playing with the envelope and held it up, and then the light went through, and he saw a G.
Wow!
Can you imagine?
That's a pretty cool way to find out. Anyway.
Yeah. They tore it open, and I think it's a girl. Enjoy.
Wow!
But then they it's funny, they were trying to keep it a secret from everyone. Do you remember how you found out?
I do, because I was reminded recently because Dad told me, and he actually had the video camera out when he told me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was like sitting in the living room there at West Main Street. I think he had like told a few of us individually.
Yeah.
Maybe he had just gotten done telling Paul.
I know I found out accidentally.
Okay.
I think what happened is there were some friends from out of town, and that was before internet, before you could keep in touch as easily.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he did tell them because he knew, hey, like, we're not going to be talking again. And maybe he felt safe. They were from out of town. Either that or he might have let it slip. I think he told them.
Okay.
But I know he also let it slip with a few people.
Oh, yeah.
Accidentally. Yeah.
Yeah, Mom has told us that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I overheard him say it, and I was shocked. I think I was the first one of us to know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's even what led to him telling us.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he might have thought, okay, well, if you know, I'll at least tell John and Paul as well.
I think so. And Luke knew too.
Okay.
So the 4 oldest.
Yeah.
And I think they just didn't tell the younger guys simply because they might spill the beans.
Well, sure.
Yeah. And I remember there was a lot of, for some reason, everyone like knew to really, everyone cared with all the kids about boy or girl, but there was a lot of scrutiny this time. I don't know why. Maybe it's because we had 10 boys at that point. I'm not sure why, but anyway, I remember some people I knew, some friends were trying to coax it out of me.
Oh, yeah.
And they would come up to me. One of them even tried to trick me. I remember a girl I knew, she was about my age, but she said, oh yeah, your brother told me that your mom's having another boy. And I thought she was trying to trick it out of me, trying to get me to either say, no, it's not a boy, or like, oh, he blew it, he told you.
Yeah.
And I think I answered pretty wisely. I said, oh, he would not have told you. And so.
That's pretty wise.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a fortunate break that she guessed wrong? Or do you think you would have been on to her either way?
I would have known that it could have been a trick either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kept it a secret.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course when she was born, there, everyone I told just couldn't believe it, and I remember Mom's family like rushing to the hospital and not believing it either, thinking it was a gag or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I know, that was crazy. They had the name picked out all those years. Like any one of us would have been Mary Elizabeth.
Yeah.
They had the first boy name and the first girl name picked out, I think.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and then
remember the little yellowed dress? Well, wasn't yellow then. They brought like a boy outfit and a girl outfit to the hospital every time.
That's right.
And the girl one, I guess it was white or pink. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
like a little dress. Yeah,
but like if it was a boy, he'd wear this one. If it was a girl, she'd wear that one.
Yeah.
And even for Paul, the first one, they brought both. And
You're
then
right.
It was, you know.
Yeah, so that dress made it however many years.
Yeah, it made it, 17, 18 years or something. Yeah. And by the time Mary Elizabeth wore it, it was kind of like yellowing. So
That's right.
It's kind of funny.
That is funny.